Yeah, my overall thoughts are really proud of just how hard we played and never give up, never really wilt. Like there were things that we did on the floor that we didn't want to do, turning the ball over, giving up O boards, things like that. But we never wilted, which is something that we've really been challenging our team to in the past week or so. Just playing tougher, playing more stout, finishing plays, things like that. And so I'm actually really proud of a lot of things we did tonight. Going into the game, we said it's going to be turnovers and O boards, and that's what it was. It was too many turnovers and gave up too many O boards. So I think in the end, the things that we knew could really hurt us ended up hurting us, but lots of good things to take from tonight's game.
Coach, to your point, I mean, you guys were maybe the better team for 37 minutes, but there was that 3-minute stretch in the fourth quarter where it was 6 straight turnovers and they turned into 16 points.
Yeah.
What was going on in that stretch right there?
I think we turned it over in every possible way. I think we dribbled into traps. I think we turned it over against their press full court. Not necessarily our point guards, but, just various people trying to get the ball back to our point guard. So I think when we turn it on, we will have turned it over in lots of different ways. And, as our coach, I just probably needed to navigate and manage that better. Using timeouts is one thing, but I needed to help us get more organized because obviously we weren't as organized as we needed to be.
And you mentioned you guys did well. I mean, from that point, that was not a good stretch, but then you guys came back and you brought it down to 8. I mean, was there something you can take out of the way they finished the game? And
Absolutely.
It very easily could have turned into a 20-point loss,
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like that's something that we haven't necessarily been with so many new players. It's been really challenging to talk about and instill that toughness and blue collar that we've just always been, and with only a few players that have been here, they've really lived it. It's one thing to talk about it, but we have to start embodying that. And I think we did tonight. Like that's something we've been talking about. And I am really proud of our toughness and grit in so many ways tonight.
You mentioned that toughness. You guys came into this game very physical, created 8 turnovers in that first quarter, but then kind of started to see it trickle off as the game went along. How do you plan on, as you get into conference play, keeping up that physicality and that pressure that you were applying to their offense early?
I think we're a deep team. I don't know that we were able to utilize our depth as much tonight. We did have a lot of foul trouble, so there was a big stretch of the second quarter where we didn't have a lot of players in. People had to kind of grit it out through fatigue, but the film is everything. The film shows you if you were doing what you're supposed to do, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and so even fatigue and pushing through fatigue and things like that, you can see it on the film. And so I think there's areas that we can study and just continue to get better.
Freed as you build up to conference play and kind of get 10 newcomers all already going together. What was unique about Louisville? Maybe things you haven't seen yet this year, or things you guys can take away from what they put on the court today?
Yeah, I think I was really excited about this game because I was really hoping it would kind of get us fired up and play with that sort of energy and tenacity that we need to play with, and I think we actually did that for stretches, and it was fun to play, and it kind of brought out that grit that we've been talking about, like playing a big opponent like that's not going to back down, where you need to play high energy or they're just going to roll right over you. So I think that was really good for us, and like Coach Shea said, there's so many mistakes we make down the stretch that you just can't make against these teams. I mean, they're going to be really good at what they're good at, and they were really good at turning us over and going on the O boards. So you got to take it seriously, so that kind of stuff.
You mentioned you guys, came in and were the better team for the majority of this game, and you came in definitely as underdogs in this game. What was the mentality going against a tough opponent like Louisville?
I think we were pretty prepared to beat them. I mean, this is an opportunity for us to really say, what is Colorado basketball this year? We were ranked high last year, and this year we kind of have to find our identity and find out who we are and who we can beat. So I think it was just kind of to show ourselves what level we're at. I think we have some players that I kind of knew that are still are we that good? I don't know. And I'm just we're only that good if we go out there and we play like we are, So I think that was really what it was about for us. I'm proud that we came out the way we did, but yeah, we'll learn.
Coach, you know what you're going to get from Frida and Kendall, as you've had it for several years, but Nye really stepped up today in stretches. Jade, I thought, did as well.
Yeah.
Tabitha had some good stretches. Did you see some things you can take from this and say, all right, look, you can play with top 25 teams?
Definitely. Yeah, and I think it's just like Frida just alluded to it. you know, really understanding, even individually, like, you're really talented, you're really good. Miss a shot, make a shot, nobody cares. Just keep playing hard and believe in yourself the same way your coaches and teammates believe in you is an important message for a lot of our players to hear. And that they can really compete on the big stage. So we need to just keep that messaging going and really buy into that.
Frida, season high, 25 points for you. Getting yourself going offensively, was that kind of nice and needed for you to have a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough kind of being injured and like kind of half in with practice, easing into it. So, I mean, I'm someone that really relies on the reps that I put in the gym, and I haven't really been able to put up the same amount of reps just because of load management and stuff. So, yeah, it was really nice to kind of get in the groove and just, I felt confident today and kind of knew I had to play that way for the team, I think.
Are you full go, or are you kind of going to be load managing all year to where you'll be maybe taking a day off here and there?
I mean, we'll see how I feel, but I mean, I'm full go. So, and when I'm full go, I'm very full go. So I think that's just kind of managing. I think it's been like that all the time. Yeah.
For either of you, what's the best thing about 5 home games in a row?
I mean, it's during final season, and I gotta get through this master's program first, final season. So I'm really excited that I get to be home during that. Yeah, just lots of good practices, no distractions, and we had a great crowd today. So really fun to play in front of this crowd. Got really fired up, especially that AJ block. Like I was like, oh, this is what it's like. Like I could really feel our crowd being behind us there. So I think I'm just excited about that.
Yeah, you mentioned the block. There was you had 4 really clean blocks as your team in this game. And how do you plan on continuing that physicality around the rim and keeping that as a main part of the defense?
I mean, I don't think we're going to be that much bigger than anyone in the Big 12, but I think our post players just need to be really confident that they can guard anybody. So the more they can see that, the more they can kind of be smart about their footwork and blocking shots or just contesting without fouling, like that type of stuff. Like we need them to really be confident.
Coach, will there be some challenges? 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, trying to get the team going?
I don't think so, no. I mean, we practice around noon or 1, most days, so it's actually a pretty normal playing time for us. Hopefully we'll have a lot of kids. That's the point, is it's a school game. And so, yeah, it should be great to have a lot of kids in the stands.
Anything else?
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.